Hi, in this first video we will see what we will find in our project once we open with Unreal Studio, okay? And just we can start to get familiar with it and so on. So we can start. We have here the player activity and player fragment. The player activity, as you can see, there is very simple implementation of the view binding, nothing else. Here on the player fragment is where everything is happen. We have also implementation, we inflate the fragment player here, and we have a very simple implementation of exo player where we actually display this video. This video is a demo video. You can actually find out in the internet. There is so many videos MP4 you can use. Please feel free to experiment on yourself, but yeah, I just use this one for this demo. We can see here, or we actually override few methods from the lifecycle. These initializations and release player are practically the recommended from the documentation in Exo player itself. It basically say depends of which Android version are you using. Android version SDK are you using? If it's Nougat or above, as we can see here, or is below of Nougat, it should be initialized in different places. For example, if it's a Nougat of above, it should be initialized in start, and if it's not, on resume. Also, if the player is null, we're going to start it on resume, etc. Exactly happen the same for release player. The release player we will remove if it's below Nougat from on pause, and if it's above Nougat, Nougat of above, we will release it on stop. Okay, on the stray view, as recommended in the documentation, we set a binding to null, and then this one is just remove the flags, the top bar and the toolbar, etc. This code is deprecated already, but I didn't experiment, I didn't see it. It is not part of this course, so I leave it as it is because it fit for the purpose we want to. Here, this is the method. If it's Nougat of above. Nougat actually, as we can see here, is n and re-n. The version code, I think the version code is 24. I think it's 24 Nougat, etc. So yeah, here we see the very simple initialization of the player. Just we create a builder, we pass the activity as a context, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Let me just quick. I will run. Give me just a second. I will build this one again. We'll first clean the project because I don't know why I pressed the command key and it doesn't happen. So I will clean and rebuild the project. Let's see if this one fixes the issue. If it's not, I will restart all the Android Studio. So yeah, we can continue, and we just set the player, from the player itself, in the player view, which is the player view from the fragment player. And then we just create a new media item, which is put the ID itself. So the video URL itself, inside. So we can create one, or we can create a list of media items. It doesn't matter. We just use one for this demo. And then we set the media item. Here we can actually set media items, and they will accept, a list. But yeah, for this purpose, we just gonna use one. So player here, play when ready. This one is it will be true. Just for a start, the play when it's ready to start. This is the current window, player position. We can actually change this one, but yeah, we don't need it actually. Just yeah. So for this demo, we go to the picture-to-picture. The player is just to have some kind of multimedia to do this one. And then in release, exactly the same. If the player is not null, because we actually can set it null here. If the player is not null, then we just set the player when ready, all these kind of things, and then we'll release it, and everything is as it is. Everything is done there. So yeah, this is the player itself, and on the fragment, we just have a constraint layout. And this constraint layout is match parent, and then inside we just use constraints here, and then we set parent everything, top, bottom, start, end, everything to parent. And exactly if we go to the layout, exactly the same happening in layouts. So we have a console layout, and with match parent we set everything, you know, all, you know, we use constraint for width and height, and then from the bottom and start top exactly the same as before, you know, we set to top. Here, you know, just to see something, you know, to see something in the middle, we use the fragment player, and in this fragment itself, we can see we actually include player fragment. So we actually, you know, inflate the fragment straight away, etc. We have here, you know, we have here a warning. We'll see what is this one later. It looks like there is something else, fragment container view. So I will see, you know, I will see this one later. But yeah, at the moment this one works well, so we're gonna leave it as it is. And here another file I would like to show you guys is this one, is has Pip support. So as I did mention before in the previous videos, picture in picture, it should be only, when it should be, no, sorry, it's only available for SDK 28, which is Oreo, 26, sorry, I apologize, 26, which is Oreo, and also, you know, so we flag this one here, you know, to detect if it's Oreo or super or it's above, and also we check if we have the picture in picture, you know, picture in picture already, you know, implemented, you know, ready to be supported. Cool. So that is practically everything. We have other things, like for example this icon to pause and play we're going to use later, but at the moment this is practically all the code, and now you will see how we're going to start to implement it inside, and in the next video it's going to be everything, you know, start to develop our picture to picture in this simple application. Okay guys, so let's go to the next video.